Okay, now we're going to do homework problem, chapter 2, page 36, E14a. A car traveling with an initial velocity of 16 meters per second accelerates at a constant rate of 2.8 meters per second for a time of 3 seconds. So it has an initial velocity where it's already traveling at 16 meters per second, just going along at a steady speed. Then this person steps on the gas and accelerates a uniform rate of 2.8 meters per second squared for a time of 3 seconds. And then, so they're just going along, then they start going faster. For 3 seconds, they step on the gas. What is the velocity at the end of this time? Well, we're all familiar with this. Of course, this is physics class, so we're going to quantify it and figure it out precisely using math. That's what we do in physics. You know, scientists don't just leave well enough alone, okay, accelerate. No, how much and that, right? So let's go ahead. So 14a. So this person, their initial velocity, we'll write down what we know. V0, they started off, they had an initial velocity, they're going 16 meters per second. Then, after 3 seconds, they accelerated, so their acceleration, 2.8 meters per second squared, and they accelerated for 3 seconds. 3 seconds. Okay. And what we want to know is, what is the velocity at the end of this time? Okay, so it has an initial velocity, and then it accelerates for 3 seconds. So you just get, and you have another velocity. So you just add those two velocities on top of each other, right? You have the velocity, then you've increased your velocity. So you add that on top of your first velocity. So the final velocity, your final velocity is going to be your initial, which we know is 16. Oh, I'll write down the formula. Yeah, V0, your initial velocity, plus, then you have the acceleration that was given to us, acceleration, and then how long did it accelerate? Well, it accelerated for 3 seconds times t. So that's going to be 16 meters per second plus 2.8 meters per second squared times 3 seconds equals, so we have our original 16 meters per second plus, so this second here cancels out with the squared, so all we're left with is meters per second plus so 2.8 times 3 is going to give us 8.4 meters per second. Then you add 16 and 8.4 and you get 24.4 meters per second as your final velocity.